Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to episode 7 of F1 Match 24. Here's Mercedes heading off to Imola in 2 weeks. As actually a update for the game did roll out, and let's see, take a look here. New changes are to team management, fixed contract counter offers not being received. See, I thought I was going crazy when we were negotiating with Dennis Hauger, and I couldn't get his counter offer. I thought I was like totally missing something. I actually watched that video back again, and I'm like, I was surely missing something, right? No, apparently not. So maybe we'll circle back, see if we get him back. Let's see. Also changing, fixed AI teams developing the same car parts through the season. Oh, that would have been nice to have, actually. Stability, fixed the crash, blah, blah, blah. Grade the team. We're not there yet. Race weekend, updated Williams steering wheel. I don't care. Instances incorrectly applied grid penalties when changing powertrain parts. I don't think we got there yet. Fixed team comms referencing traffic incorrectly during qualifying. And a UI lock when selecting car parts via rules and regulations screen. Fun times. Okay. What we're going to be working on now is I want to see, because we're at just about the quarter mark, or just past the quarter mark of the season. Let's see if we can finally get this contract done, if negotiation season though is open yet for Carlos. Contract length. Start date next season. Going to be taking over for car 2. Let's lock you up for he doesn't want a 3-year contract. Okay. What's his current salary? Okay, we'll give you $12.5 million. Breakout multiplier, that's fine. Signing bonus, I will throw you $1 million. Actually, no, I'm going to throw you more than that. I'm going to throw you $1.5 million if you sign right the hell now. How about that? That should be nice. Race bonus. You get a podium. I think this is about what George's is. You get $200,000. Offer deadline. I think every 3 weeks. How about that? Okay, buyout fee none because he's leaving Ferrari at the end of the season. Offer that. Let us pray. Okay, that is shipped off to Carlos. Hopefully he gets back to us soon. But let's see, what do we have to work on here? Monthly car development. Nothing really going on there. Monthly affiliates development update. I don't remember if I looked at that. Mick is regressing. Bestie is improving. Kimmy is improving as well. All right. Oh, that's all. Yeah, that's from before. Okay. Rolling along here. New wind tunnel. That's going to help us out. Very good. Suspension low stock. Working on new suspension right now? We are. Okay, so I'm not worried about that at the moment. Are there other things we could be building right now? Front wings, side pods, those are fine. Underfloors, those are fine. Don't need to design anything right now. Actually, no. Let's see. Still working on designing that brand new underfloor that we are throwing everything at. That should really help us out in the future. Sponsor plan review. Hey, all right, that all worked out. About $6 million from that. Okay. Lewis unhappy with the car performance. Okay, well, good news. That's on the way. All right. Sponsor plan for this upcoming run here. Side center advert. Sporting director talks. Okay. We'll send Mick. How about that? Mick, you're not doing anything right. No, of course not. You're racing a wagon. That's really not applicable to this game. Pit crew stem tour. Okay, that should be good for our 6-week plan. Yeah, it's going to affect Lewis's mentality a little bit, but, well. Keep moving on here. Okay, just about ready to go to Imola. I don't think... Let's see. Strategy prep. Should be a one-stopper. Safety car chance. Going to be 100%. Looks like it's going to be hot and dry. Okay. Attitude, very unhappy. The driver's okay. Bono's unhappy with the car performance. So is Jared Murphy. Isn't that your job to work on that? So what are you mad at us for? Okay. We're going to do... Got some new suspension. I think we'll chuck these on now. Should help a little bit. Not much. Rank on grid. Of course. Okay. Low speed corners were kind of not as fast there, but I think we're improving a little bit. And the underfloor should hopefully help us out in that front. Or not. Okay. Maybe I just don't know how to read that thing. I don't know. Race targets. George, 8th or better. Lewis, 8th or better. Off we go to Imola. Well, good news out of the weekend so far. Both drivers feeling quite confident with the setup. I think George is at 99% setup satisfaction. Lewis at 98%. So both are feeling pretty confident going into qualifying here. It's finally not a sprint weekend. But let's see what we do at the end of Q1 here. I think it's looking pretty good, actually. Within a second, Lewis was P4, George was P6. Verstappen leading over Piastri and Sainz. And we're pretty clear of the RBs and the Aston Martins right now. Eliminated there in Q1. Both Alpines, both Saubers, and the Haas of Kevin Magnussen. Well, Lewis we sent out for a second lap because he actually just fell out of the top 10 right there. George feeling pretty confident, so he was one and done. 7/10 off of Carlos Sainz. Also on the outside looking in, that I got to be concerned of bumping in are the RBs. Ricardo goes up to P7. Hulkenberg bumps us. Lewis green sector 1 at least. And it fell way down the order there with Lewis. All right, green both sectors so far. And Tsunoda jumps us. Alonso jumps us with George. Lewis across the line. P5. Okay, we are safe. What's Lando going to do? Is he going to bump Stroll out? Yes, he does. Norris goes to the top of the charts. Verstappen's out. Wow. Looks like Carlos Sainz. So we start our second flyer here. Sainz had an issue. Turn 7. Spins. Hits the wall pretty good, looks like. So good amount of damage on that current lead Ferrari. No red flag, though, at least. As we're still out on our outlaps. Here we go. Lewis leading the way for us. Down in P10, 1.8 seconds off of pole. George, pretty good on his first lap. 6/10 off, but he's starting his second flyer now. Sainz was going purple in that first sector on his lap. That's going to be all for nothing here. Still pretty good, though, up in P3. Clear track for both of our guys. Lewis sector 1 is green, as we are expecting. Leclerc jumped up to P6. That's probably going to be it for him. George goes green sector 1. See if he can improve. Still surprised Verstappen got bumped out Q2. That's rather surprising. Again, it didn't stop him in Miami when he just charged up through the field. Lewis green sector 2. Up the sparks there. That was rather interesting. Here comes Lewis across the line. Jumps up to P5. Only a half second off Norris. Piastri's on his in lap, it looks like. Here comes George. Stays P6. I don't know what Ricardo's going to do here. Snow's down P9. Daniel stays P10. P5, P6 for starting positions. Quite good for us. And McLaren locks out the front row over Carlos Sainz. Let's see if they can finally get their first win and see if we can break this streak of Verstappen dominance here in 2024. Sunny day here in Imola. Are thinking a one-stopper is going to be the way to go. I am curious, though, if we did a soft, went to medium, and then went to the hard. I don't... Okay, what would that look like? Oh, it's still projecting the one-stopper would be quicker. What if we switch this to hard stint? No, still saying the one-stopper would be quicker. It is projected to be a sunny race, even though it does look like there's going to be a lot of cloud cover from what we can see up top. Yeah, I guess this is what we have to do. Gonna go with the one-stopper here. Push on the fuel. Maybe not push on the tires. Save as much condition as we can. So off we go for the Imola Grand Prix. Here we go. McLaren on the front row. I think everyone's got the mediums on. Actually, looks like Checo's got the hard tire on, so he's going to do reverse. Off we go. A few drivers on the softs. They're at the very tail end of the field. That's rather interesting. We are racing side by side, get through with no incidents there. Norris leads over Piastri. We're side by side. Who's going to prevail between Lewis and George? I'm not really going to pick a winner here. I let them do their thing. I trust them enough. Lewis going to prevail there. P5 defends the position. Wow, these engines are hot. Claret Bay, that's very good. See if we get Lewis to make a move on Checo here.
Yep.
Take advantage of him being on the hard tire.
DRS has been enabled.
Luckily, only one DRS zone on this track.
Currently P5.
As long as we stay
So it's now Perez car ahead.
in line here, should be okay.
Four ahead. So George.
Here comes Lewis taking a look. He's going to get the move done. Up to P4, very good.
Overtake will be available. Coming.
See if we get George to go aggressive, get him up around Checo.
Just show me what you got then. Coming.
George looking for the move, use the ERS. Come on.
Nice one.
There you go. P4, P5.
Currently P6.
I'm going to watch the engine temps a little bit there.
Increase the level of lift and coast.
Kind of take it easy on the ERS for now. We are in line, so everything should be okay here. And watch the fuel levels as well.
So it's just a little bit lift and coast. Understood.
Hey, fast lap. Currently goes Lewis. There we go. We're looking for the podium here. Lewis looking for a way around Carlos. As DRS, well, Checo gets him back.
Keep your head down.
But
So
we have a distance to the cars behind at least.
Gap behind 2 seconds.
Verstappen alert. Still P12, trying to get around Albon. 7 seconds off the lead. Well, lap 4, as we actually ordered George and Lewis to back it off the tire temps a little bit. As now a 6-car train up front. Checo caught up to us. Keep as much condition in the tires as we can. We could change to the hard tire a little bit later. We'll kind of monitor our tire condition compared to everyone else. Two seconds, Sonoda. Off the rear wing of George. He's turned through his medium tires. Not as concerned right now as Lewis. I think we're still within DRS range. Should be. Yes, we are. Catch back up there, shall we?
Just need to make sure we keep these tyres in good nick.
As Lewis George falling off a little bit from Checo, but thinking long term here. Leclerc's actually going backwards too. I think he's also on the hard tire. Verstappen going to get around him. And we'll see him at the end of this thing though. Lap 6, bit of a lockup for Lance Stroll.
Nothing at this point.
Was outside the points.
Struggling with the car.
Well, locked up the hard tires.
Of the effect that had on the tires.
Let's drop the condition for him a little bit. It's going to make things a bit more difficult for the Aston Martins. Which I say, sweet. Lap 13 up front. It's like the impenetrable fortress of McLaren and McLaren. Finally broken up. We've gotten around Lando as Oscar Piastri now leading. And he's taking the fastest lap from us. Sainz and Perez right behind. Tire condition for everybody still hanging in there, except for the mediums at the very tail end, although Hulkenberg did lock up, go off. Soft tire car is going to be pitting very soon as Sargent's just churning through his tires. Lewis obviously got passed, is 4 seconds behind as we're stamping out the P7. 2 seconds behind George. Still maintain separation, just trying to keep tires on us. Should hopefully be okay. Well, lap 16, knew it wasn't going to last for long. Here comes Verstappen looking on George. Ooh, blocked him pretty decently. Might swing around the right, though. Yeah, his tires temps actually getting a little lower. So go back to standard there. We were pushing on the fuel a little bit. As Sainz rocketed off to a 3-second lead.
And think about increasing lift and coast just a little.
Yep.
And if we could just do a little bit more lift and coast.
Yeah, I agree.
Let's see, we're stepping 11 seconds off the lead. Now the question is going to be, can you get all the way up there with 47 to go? Answer, probably. There he goes, looking at it this time. There goes Verstappen, lap 17. George down to P7. Probably what we were expecting with him anyway, so.
Keep your head down. Car behind Sonoda.
Verstappen churning through his tires, though. He's going to have to switch to the hard tire early. Flash forward to lap 21. Verstappen with the DRS. Finally gets up to Lewis. Going to get around him. Lewis tried mounting a bit of a defense, but you all know just how strong that Red Bull is.
Not too bad, that.
So looking now, definitely 8.5 off the lead. Sainz still trying to charge away. Should expect Verstappen in very soon. His medium tires most worn out of anybody at leaders right now. Our tires are being held up pretty good, about on par with Lando's, so just kind of conserving for now. Tire temps looking good. Partly cloudy conditions over the track. Trying to extend this as long as we can. Actually, if you can see the bar right there, doing better than anticipated. So, not only want to make sure we can keep the mediums up, make sure we have enough tread on the hard tire at the very end as well.
Still a long way to go, mate.
Love DRS here. George 2 seconds behind, Alonso 10 behind, and Leclerc, who's going to switch to the mediums. About 15 behind. Hey, Lewis gets it back for now. Still just stalking Piastri.
Currently P5. Oh, we're happy with time
Oh, Lewis slid off there. Tires were actually doing fine,
Now we
so
can
that's a
see
bit
what
of a
happened.
shocker.
Now we're with Lewis Hamilton here.
Just locked up
That
there right
won't help
front.
their
He was
chances.
tracking down Piastri,
They'll find
who
themselves at a
was
disadvantage.
just passed by Verstappen. So, Lewis, you're going to be the first of the pits here. Switch to the hard tire now. Still clear of Alonso at least, so. Just going to switch up the order of things at the moment. And we're going to have to really slow down. How much we run the cards here. Listen to the pits.
We're ready for you. Understood.
Just going to keep George out there still for now. Guys going on 2.5. Pretty good stop there, actually.
All clear on exit.
Should be out nice and clear P11. Get a nice clear racetrack. I think we'll recover okay.
So currently P11.
Let's get those up to 10. Be okay.
Next car, 6.
Front runners now pitting. Sainz switching over to the mediums. Norris also in the pits. Down and away. Get out just in time there. Cards on the car for McLaren. We know how fast their pit crew is. That's slowly coming up for Lewis still. Should be okay there. And not going to push hard. Still hanging out with George for now. Still working on extending.
Tire management.
All right now on lap 27, probably about good time design to bring in George. So hard tires. Slap those on.
So box. Copy box.
And think
Let's
back,
keep
left
those
50
temps
coast.
in check still. He's down P8, 6.8 off of Verstappen. Got Perez and Leclerc still yet to pit from the hard tire. Leclerc keeping his tires pretty well up, actually. Here comes George. 2.53, another good one. All right.
And the track will be clear on exit.
Leclerc's going past.
Lift and coast.
Understood.
Verstappen should get us right here. There he goes. There's Lewis coming into view. Goes up pretty quickly, actually.
That's currently P7.
Bit of an undercut from Lewis, but people are running away a little bit.
4.5 to this.
Piastri's exiting the pits right now. As Lewis makes a move with DRS.
We're happy where we are on tyres.
Copy.
So Lewis gets back to the lead right there. Tires are a bit warmer. George's temps just came up, so he should be okay here. I imagine they're probably going to be scrapping here for a little bit.
Tyre temps do look good.
Yep.
So we get forward a little bit.
And we can drop the lift and coast for now.
But hey, we're back to our
Later.
normal stomping area. P7, P8. Just got to wait for Leclerc to pit, essentially. Lap 33, as we still got guys right around each other. Leclerc's still out there in the hard tire, making a move now.
One car ahead.
We got Lewis around him. Hard way. There goes
It
George.
should happen.
Imagine medium tire is going to be slapped on that Ferrari
Should
here
remember
just a little bit,
overtake
but
is
P6, P7. Lewis 3.5 behind Piastri. Things looking up. Things are pretty well clear already as Perez coming to the pits. He will cough up lead Carlos Sainz, who's got Lando Norris by 6 seconds. Medium tires going on the Red Bull. Verstappen currently has fastest lap. Has a second and a half behind Lando. So overall, 7.5 behind Carlos. He's looking up for the Ferrari here in Italy. Probably time for a bit of panic up front. Verstappen has fastest lap, just got around Lando. 2.5 behind Carlos. He is charging from that P13 starting spot. That's going to get a little interesting towards the end here as we're approaching the 2/3 mark of the race. Still got George and Lando. George and Lewis scrapping with each other. Still keeping the tires in check. As a bit of cloud cover starting to come over the track. Tires in good condition still. 13.5. Alonso behind. Leclerc is not going to be a threat at all. He is all the way back there in P11. So, well, you got one Ferrari leading. The other one, they just utterly kneecapped him. 10 seconds, George up to Piastri. I don't think we're going to be closing that. You know, George's tire condition is better. Unless their tires fall off the cliff, which I don't think is going to happen, especially with cloud cover. But who knows? Not much happening lately. Lap 52, though. Lance Stroll, who was out of the points, goes for a spin in 17.
After this, I'm sure.
Womp womp. Still up front with 12 to go. Sainz stretched the lead back out a little bit. Verstappen 3.4 behind. Lando within DRS range. So I think the drive for 7 straight wins here probably not on for Verstappen at this point, although never know what can happen. Lewis and George still scrapping. 22 seconds clear of Fernando Alonso, but 9.5 behind Piastri. And not really necessarily a fan of team orders. So I'll still let them both have at it. 2 to go up front. Sainz has DRS, but guess what? It is getting tight here. I think Lando's got it as well. Actually, I don't think he did that time. But he's got P2. Verstappen there in P3 trying to track him down. Leads down to a second and a half. George and Lewis still stuck together here. As George gonna get the move. This might be the pass for the final position here. So have them both turn up the battery. George gets him into the corner. It's Leclerc. Only 10 cars in the lead lap right now. Leclerc is at risk of going a lap down to his teammate. See him coming in view right there. Actually, no, that might not be the pass. So Lewis is going to get DRS down the front here. I imagine. Be able to make the move there. As 1 to go for Carlos Sainz up front. Lando is out of DRS range. Here comes Verstappen, going to make a move. On the right side, Lando defends. Doesn't get it there. Okay. Separated by a second. It's under a second now.
So we are low on battery at the
Going
moment.
out of battery. Lewis got DRS.
This is the final lap.
Goes looking to the left. I think he's going to have him. Is that the pass? Got it. Lewis going to have it. I think he's going to retain it there. Half second now. Norris holds off Verstappen. And he'll probably throw in everything he can. All right, he's right there. He is right there. DRS not going to be open enough to probably make a pass. Here comes Lando. Who's going to win the Imola Grand Prix? Carlos Sainz from Ferrari over Lando. Verstappen P3. George? Did he get him?
And Sainz crosses the line first.
Oh, this is going to be close. Thought Lewis was going to have it there. George just got Lewis. I don't think he's going to get him in time. I don't think he's going to get him. Lewis gets P7, George P6. That got a bit wild there, huh? Carlos Sainz breaks a streak of Verstappen winning the season. Wins for Ferrari over Lando Norris. Verstappen up 10 spots to finish P3. Rest of the top 10, Checo, Piastri, George, Lewis, Fernando Alonso, Yuki Tsunoda, then Charles Leclerc. Gets back in the points in P10. Rest of the field, Ricciardo, Stroll, Albon, Hulkenberg, Ocon, Magnussen. Bottas over Zhou Guanyu, Gasly, then Logan Sargent rounding out the field. Driver standings. Piastri gets around Leclerc for P4 as Lando now second, 63 behind Max. Yeah, between our drivers, George now 5 behind Lewis. Constructors, RB gets up around Williams. Now 6 points, and Williams is 4. As Red Bull and McLaren tie their point haul, leaving Imola. Pit stops. We're in the top 10. Both our drivers, 2.53 off the fast time of 2.42 with the Aston Martins. McLaren not getting in the top 10 there. But, yeah. We're dead last in terms of the fastest pit stop competition, but it's a bit encouraging moving forward, though. Aston Martin jumps up 3 spots. McLaren's still leading the way. And news, Kimi Antonelli now up to a 73 for performance rating, so really making you wonder if Carlos does come over for 2 seasons, George on for 2 seasons, who might he replace? Hey, we got that new underfloor being designed tomorrow. Might emergency manufacture that, so that should be encouraging for the turnaround to Monaco. F3 driver talent. Luke Browning. Say it's got a lot of potential. Let's scout him. He's an affiliate for Williams. Maybe we could poach him. Who knows? I think we actually had a couple people we still had to scout anyway, so you know what? Let's go do that. There's a lot of affiliates, ain't there? Who should we scout? I think we're just kind of just scouting anybody at this point. Daniel Caru. Lawrence Van Hopen. Sure. Alright, so got some new parts, or throw those on the car. Underfloor that needs to be replaced. Actually, we're going to have that new one thrown on here in a little bit anyway. But, oh boy, look what happened. All right, Imola winner, Carlos Sainz, happy with the terms of the contract. Guess what? We found a driver for next season. Welcome, Carlos Sainz. Don't you love it when a plan comes together? Well, that's going to do it for this episode of F1 Manager 24. Got our driver, had a pretty encouraging result in Imola, and got some new parts coming to the car in time for Monaco. Should be a lot of fun coming up ahead here. But that's going to do it for this episode. Like I said, if you're brand new to the channel, please be sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can be notified when future episodes come out, because things are looking up now. And everybody, thank you for watching.